Boomer Sooner, everybody. My name's Harry James. This past week in Sooner basketball was pretty fun for the men. Not just one game, not just two games, we got 3 games. One against the in-state rival, and 3 wins. They took care of business, getting back on the right track against the Rattlers, as the Sooners rattle the Rattlers 85-54 in Norman. Then took on the Golden Eagles of Oral Roberts and got all over them pretty good. 79-65 the final in that one. And then last night, in the evening matchup, because of the Big 12 championship, Houston Baptist stepped on to Lloyd Noble and lost by 20, 84-65. I'll tell you how it all happened next. Boomer Sooner 1982. Don't go away. Welcome back to the show, everybody. My name's Harry James. We'll start the review part of this week in Oklahoma Sooner basketball in Norman. Actually, all 3 games are going to be in Norman. This one is against the Rattlers of Florida A&M, as the Sooners rattle the Rattlers pretty good. 85-54 the final in Norman. First half highlights. For this one, the Florida A&M Rattlers shot 33.3% from inside the arch and 50.0% from the 3-point mark, while our beloved Sooners 51.6% from inside the arc and 33.3% from the outside. Second half, Oklahoma's defense really stepped up, holding Florida A&M to just 30.3% shooting from inside the arc, and really stepping it up from the 3 line on defense, holding Florida A&M to just 30.0% from behind the arch. While Oklahoma shot 41.2% from inside the arc and 35.8% from the 3 bucket. For the final stats in this one, Florida A&M 31.7% from inside the arc and 37.5% from the 3-point bucket. While our Sooners 46.2% for the game from inside the arc, 36.0% from the 3-point bucket. Stat stuffers, what about 18-8-8, 14-8-8? The 14 points, all of them went to one man. Kerr Queth led the Sooners. 52, Kerr Queth led the Sooners in scoring. The assists leader with 8 was number 12, Austin Reeves. And then for 8 rebounds, we go back to the man of the night, number 52, Kerr Queth, who had 8 rebounds. The Sooners then played a scheduled non-conference game that was not scheduled when the non-conference came out because of the COVID and all that. Oral Roberts was nice enough to say, you know what, yeah, we'll come and play it. And Oklahoma got them pretty good, to be honest. 79-65 the final in Norman. The first half for Oral Roberts, ORU just 21.2% from inside the arc and 21.5% from behind the arc. While the Sooners of Oklahoma in the first half, 43.8% shooting from inside the arc, and to match that, 43.8% from outside the arch in the first half. Second half, Oral Roberts heated up a little bit, shooting 44.1% from inside the arc, and 43.8% from the three-point bucket. While our beloved Sooners cooled off a little bit in the second half, shooting 40.6% from inside the arc and 25.0% from the three-point bucket. But for the night itself, but for the full game, it was all Oklahoma, holding Oral Roberts in the full game to 32.8% shooting from inside the arc and 28.1% from three-point line. While the Sooners offense averaged shooting in this one 42.2% from inside the arc, 37.5% from behind the arc. And the stat stuffer, one man did it. 12, Austin Reaves, 18, 7, and 10. Almost had the triple-double if he had a couple more assists on the night. The 18 was 18 points, 7 assists, and 10 rebounds. All for the man, Austin Reaves. Then the Sooners played Houston Baptist and wiped the floor with them by 20. 84-65, the final in Norman. Houston Baptist actually for the first half didn't do too badly on offense, shooting 50.0% from inside the arch and 50.0% from behind the arch. While Oklahoma, not quite as hot, but still pretty good from inside the arc at 48.3%, but shot 27.3% from behind the arc heading into the halftime. Second half, the defense of Oklahoma cooled them off a little bit, holding Houston Baptist in the second half to just 34.5% shooting from inside the arc and 28.7% from behind the arch. While Oklahoma, 50.0% from inside the arc, but they, just like Houston Baptist, cooled off a lot from through behind the arc, 16.7% from behind the arch. For the full game, Houston Baptist 42.1% from inside the arc and 38.5% from behind the arch, while Oklahoma 49.3% from inside the arch, 21.7% from behind the arc. The stat stuffers 32, 9, and 6. The 32 points, the stat leader in points 32, Austin Reaves did it again. And he did it again on assists also. He did it again with 6 rebounds, along with 35 Brady Manick and 52 Kerr Kweth. And by the way, if you didn't know, he had the 9 assists to lead the team, did Austin Reaves. All right, guys, that will wrap this one up. Everyone have a great week. Merry Christmas. And Boomer Sooner, everybody. I'm out of here. Peace.